Okay, welcome back. Let's see, July 1415 in the Barbarossa, EFS, AGC, Army Group Center, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah system. And we are approaching the line that matters, the Dempa River, and it's complicated, and things are moving relatively well for the Germans, but they are about to face some serious opposition. So it's a complicated time, and let's have a look at that, and let's see where we're right now. We're at the end of the movement phase of turn 12. And of course, welcome back to the big board. And if you've been following along on all these videos, you'll know that I'm trying to check in every turn or every 2 or 3 turns, as the case may be, when interesting and fun things happen. And I thought this would be an opportunity for that. Over the course of the last 3 turns, we've had the Germans pressing very hard on the southern approach, sort of north of the, is it the Pripyat? I don't have the word in front of me, so I can't recall the correct pronunciation of the word, but this southern road along here that comes into the town of Bobruzk and then attempts to cross the Dempa at Rogachev. A big push, and it was a relatively easy push too for the Germans, but southern reinforcements along here have tempered the enthusiasm for the German pressing in this area. One of the reasons why I was keen on this area was that if I got controlled this hub here, it allowed me to make some choices to go southeast, northeast, or attempt to wiggle my way through on the rail line north up to Mogilev up here. And so I pressed fairly hard, had some good luck. It was less heavily defended. Obviously, Minsk over here on the left-hand side of your screen was arguably poorly defended, A, and B, thinly defended. So Minsk fell faster than I expected because I couldn't get the units I wanted into the area to make that a more robust defense. But as the Soviet player, since I knew that was not going well over here, I did manage to seed this road along here, which is all forest and rivers and trails and garbage, made it complicated for the Germans to press along. Similarly, along this road towards Mogilev, there was, obviously you can see this sort of backup of units here. There were a number of units with just 1 or 2 steps and 1 or 2 defensive factors, but each one's got to be taken out, and each one had a strong point. So it's taken some time to get to Mogilev. In the distance, let's zoom up here. You can see a couple of divisions that have it doesn't matter what the forces are, but basically full complements of divisions approaching. Actually, this is Orsha here, I believe. Vitebsk is just north of here, and the Soviets have spent some time reinforcing. Got some quality units in some of these locations. There's a 4 defensive factor of 4 there. There's a 3. And a something, we don't know what that is yet, but it'll be at least 4, right? And a 4 there on the western side of the river, and then on the eastern side of the river we're building up defenses there as well, with operational HQs somewhere around here somewhere. Where did he go? Actually, this is the one city that doesn't have them, but there's operational HQs, one up here, one at Mogilev, etc., to try and support the things like no retreat options and stuff like that. Vitebsk, interestingly enough, is kind of isolated and separated from the rest of the combat up here. I do have a small force over here attempting to approach this way. it's thinly defended, but these MDNO units are often tough, and they can move and they can fight, and they have a 4-step count, and we don't know how strong they are, so we're a little wary of. Oh shoot, I forgot where that was. I'll have to rewind the video and find out where that was. So we're a little wary of these guys. We flip one here. It's a defensive factor of 3. I've got a solid, let's see, a solid 7-1 attack on that, but no support there. But obviously heavy attacks all through this area here. Germans picked up air initiative. Soviets have yet to respond in kind as to where they want to potentially try and intercept. They do have some good opportunities if they pick the right place. And all their interceptors are one factored units, right? They're pretty crappy. But because there are a limited number of fighters available, because of the interdictions that I ran, right? These 3 interdictions. This means that the Germans might face a little bit of opposition in their attempts to improve the DRM ratios and things like that in these attacks that you can see that are declared all along here. Most of these attacks are fully supported except for the one I already mentioned, and the attack around, where is it? He said, this broken bridge. Yeah, this guy right here. This is an unsupported attack right here. So, interesting times. It's a mid-turn check-in. Thought I'd whet your appetite for the combat. I'll continue to take pictures and all that sort of good stuff, and we'll be continuing to share the story both in video and a written update with a very heavy level of imagery, and I hope you enjoy it. Talk to you soon. Thanks for checking in at the big board. Ciao. Merry Christmas. Actually, I shouldn't say that because you won't see this around Christmas. This will be probably pushed out to you late January, early February timeframe. All the best. Ciao.